Good morning. Hello everyone, my name is Chioma. So I'm making this video to let concerned Nigerians who had reached out to me asking if I am fine and safe, and some of them asking if I am being threatened again. And so this is me letting you know that no one is threatening me again. I am fine. I know you're concerned, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate those who have reached out to me, those who are leaving comments, and even in my old videos and posts, asking if anyone is threatening me, or asking why I took down those videos. I am fine, and no one is threatening me again. So the reason why I took down those videos was, for my sanity at the moment, and also my dad. Side of my dad and my family, so I had to oblige, to their instructions. Everybody, take those things down, you don't need it. People will believe whatever they want to believe at the end of the day. God knows the truth. And then my Pastor Benga, thank you so much, sir. He reached out to me. I know that he tried and last year to reconcile my ex-husband and I, but it was futile. And so many other people tried, church members, and it was futile, but I thank you so much. He reached out to me also and, asked that I take those videos down. So that was the reason. So like I said, nobody was threatening me again. Nobody threatened me to take the videos down. Nobody forced me. Yes, so thank you so much to all of you who are concerned. I really appreciate your support and the kind words. It means a lot to me. So you guys already know. I made it clear the reason why I made those videos was the threats I got from the younger sister, and I will say it again. That was the reason why I made that video, the threats and the false narratives that people were peddling, that I cheated on my ex-husband and that was why the marriage got broken, and then that I brought my family to fighting, which is that video some of you saw where he was beating my cousin, and the excuse was that I brought my family to fight him, and that was not true. So I had to say something. So, like I said, if a young girl, she's just in her early 20s, if a young girl could use juju and waka to threaten her brother's wife, because I don't understand, then what should the elders or the adults in the family then now do? So that was, for a young girl that, obviously, she's very young. I was surprised. Honestly, I was so surprised. I was shocked to my bones because I would not expect that from her. I would have said, okay, maybe some other people in the family, which I would not want to mention names, that haven't been talking to me like in years, could do that, but not her, not that young girl, because for some reasons in the family, in the marriage, there's several times where she would come visit. I tell her I was happy to receive her, and I would tell her, since you just got into school, don't look at anybody, just whatever you want, call me, ask me. If you ask your brother, if he doesn't give it to you, I would give it to you. And many times, Sister Choma, I want to make my hair, Sister Choma, I want this, I'm sending it to her. I'll go out of my way, and when she asks her brother, and maybe it doesn't have at the moment, I'll go out of my way to do that for her. So I did not expect it from her. I was so shocked to my bones and disappointed, and then I'm like, so if she could do this, then what should the people, the adults in the family, the elders, or people that haven't been talking to me in years now do? If she can threaten me with juju, what else then what's, I don't know if you guys get. And then I reached out to the brother, I reached out to my ex, and I explained to him that some people reached out to me. Normally, he did not even deserve me. He did not even deserve me giving him that information. But I still did that. Despite everything he has done to me, I still did that. I told him, be careful, stop this, your online banter. I will put up our messages, our chats here on WhatsApp. I told him, stop this online banter, stop feeding these people. I advised him. I told him to be careful. And I sent him the message I received and my response to them, and I sent it to him. He used it to brag. They reached out to the mother of my children. They want to bribe her. I was not happy about it, but I allowed him have his fun. It's his online thing. He's making money from this trend and all of that. I allowed him, even though it didn't make sense. Okay, so the next day he made another video with a video where he was beating my cousin, lying that I brought her to come and fight him in his own house, whereas he was not with us at that point. That day that video was made, he was not there. In fact, we had separated for months. My cousin came, I think 2 months after, to stay with me after our separation because of my health condition at the moment and the babies, to help me because I was alone. So he came to ask her to leave the house, and that was where that fight happened. So the lies again, after I had just divulged some information to you that some people reached out to me wanting me to give them evidence of whatever transpired in our marriage, and I did not divulge information to them. And you're coming out again to demonize me and my family. And then he went on in that video to say, oh, my full family are in his DM begging him to come back to the marriage, that he's a good man, that he was the one that filed for divorce, so that people understand what he had taken for him to use his hand to file for divorce. And I was like, can you imagine? That was demonizing to me and my family. I did not, if he was a good person, for the fact that I reached out to you when some people reached out to me trying to get information, and I did not divulge information to them, and I told you, and I sent the messages to you. I even still advised you. I advised you to be careful and stop this your online battle. You used it to brag. Now you made another video demonizing me and my family. If he was a good person, would he do that? So I will leave this with you people, the supporters, to judge by yourself. And then I entered his DM and I told him, why are you doing this? Why are you feeding these people? And why are you telling lies? It's better not for you not to even say anything than for you to tell lies. Why are you demonizing me and my family, even after I've covered up for you? That's not good. And now you can see people are dragging your mother online. I can see all the pictures flying, people making caricature of her. I said, stop this online thing. I advised him. And the next thing he said is, I should not message him ever again. I left his DM. And then a few days later, I started seeing people, the trend, oh, the wife cheated on him. I'm like, can you imagine? I entered his DM again. I said, can you see what people are saying? Is this what you're telling people? Is this what you're telling your supporters or your friends or your family? Because who are these people that are peddling this narrative about me? And he said that he did not tell anybody that I cheated on him, that I did not cheat on him, that I should call one name. Because like I said in my video, that if my ex-husband, if Princewill perceived, that would be the number one thing he would write on the divorce papers. But no, I wish I could actually put that legal document up, because everything he was writing were funny. Even to our church members, when they saw it, they were like, what is this, that I'm toxic one, I'm the violent one? There was no excuse. And that was why every time if they ask him, why, what happened? He'll go back to things that happened years ago. Oh, she collected money from men. Oh, men dropped her on the gate. Whereas the man that I keep saying I collected the money from. Because before I even get to that, in his DM, when I messaged him, I said, people are saying this about me. He said that he did not tell anybody he cheated on me, that I cheated on him, that I should call one name, because I did not cheat on him. Then he went on to say, but I was frolicking with men. And that was where I lost it. I said, no, you cannot be saying I was frolicking with men. If this is what you tell people, that if I was the one you're telling that, oh, my wife was frolicking with men were dropping her at the gate, she was collecting money from men, I would just assume that you did not want to, just expose your wife. You didn't want to say she was cheating on you, and that was why you're using that word frolicking. I would run with the narrative that, oh, the wife cheated, but he's just trying to beat around the bush. So what are you saying? You said you did not tell anybody I cheated on you, that I did not cheat on you, but you're saying I was frolicking. And your excuse is I was collecting money from men, men were dropping me at the gate. The men that were dropping me at the gate, Pastor Paul, that several times want to talk to you because of the condition in our marriage, because of the situation, because every time in our marriage, people know in Magodo then, our neighbors know. I've slept in neighbors' BQ. They've always come to help talk to you. You would insult. No, you don't listen to anybody. Several times you will throw my things out for every slightest provocation. And all those times, you're the one hurting me. You're the one at fault. Because of what? If I complain that you're cheating on me. Or, oh, Choma did not respond to customers on time. Oh, Choma did not do this one on time. Oh, Choma did this. Oh, you want to send me back to my father, to the village. Oh, you want to... Every slightest issue or provocation, he will throw me out. This pastor was trying to talk to us, trying to, draw us closer. And so many times he kept inviting us to church, but you would refuse, you would decline. And anytime he sees me in the estate, oh, let me drop you. Maybe I'm carrying the baby, I'm carrying load, or I'm coming from the market, he will insist and he will drop me at the gate. And I will still come in to tell you, Pastor Paul sent his regards. And he was the one that dropped me at the gate. How did Pastor Paul turn to men dropping me at the gates? Those times, if what a good husband should do is that, okay, I don't like that Pastor Paul is dropping you at the gate, or I don't like it, please don't enter the car again. But you never said anything like that until there's an issue in the future. What I started hearing was men were dropping my wife at the gate when I did not have money. To make it look, interesting, is now when I did not have money in Magodo, men were dropping you at the gate. The man he said I collected money from, that money, okay, traditional man, you use that money, why have you not died? Because his excuse is that, oh, he's an honorable man, he's a traditional man. If their wife collect money from a man and the man has intention, I'm like, how do you know that this old man has intention? He's a family friend, he's old, he's even a grandpa. He said, and he kept insulting that I'm naive, I am stupid, I don't have sense. And I'm like, do you know that even somebody's brother can, like a brother can have interest or have stupid desire for his brother's wife? So if the wife does not know and she's collecting money from the brother or collecting gift from the brother, you should die, Abby. Or you should run, your life should be, or you should not progress for something that I do not know about. What type of a barbaric tradition is that? And I told him, you asked me to leave the house because he knows this. Even his friend that we went to his house to settle this issue then in 2021, he knows this. That's why I mentioned their name in the video. I kept mentioning names. It was in his house that we had this issue. You asked me to leave the house because I reached out to one of your girlfriends, blessing OD. And that one was even telling me the issue I'm having in my home. You mean that you are discussing your wife with your side chick? You got angry and you asked me to leave the house. Before you will throw me out just like that. But that day you were giving me time to leave. I was sleeping in my son's room and I called Mr. Razak, please help me with some money. I've saved some monny. Let me add to what I have and get even if it's a room because it's becoming a pattern. So that by the time his head is calm, definitely he will call me back home. But instead of me going back to my parents' house every time or going to friends' place, it's becoming embarrassing. And the man said, let me talk to him. I said, don't talk to him. Or if you talk to him, he will now say I've ruined relationship for him. Because anybody that comes to settle us, he would insult them and disrespect them, and then he will blame me for it. That I've ruined the relationship for him. And that man sent me that money, 50K. Truly, as God will have it, it was not even up to 24 hours. I think that same day or the next day, my Princewill called me with a calm voice. I should come back home. And then he apologized. We made up. That night, he went through my phone and saw that Mr. Razak sent me money. We came back from his friend's place where we went to, settle this issue of me collecting money from Mr. Razak that is tagging that I was collecting money from him. He now asked me, Princewill asked me to return the money back to him. I called him. I left messages, but it wasn't connecting. So I just thought, okay, maybe he was out of the country. The money was still in my account. Few weeks later, this same my ex-husband, Princewill, that kept saying, oh, he's a traditional man, oh, he's an honorable man. If their wife collect money from man, I mean for a man, for men, yeah, he will die or he will not progress. He asked me, did I have money? Did I have any money with me? That he needed money urgently that period. I told him I don't have any money with me. They've not paid me my salary yet, but I have some money in my account. But that money is the one you asked me to return back to Mr. Razak. He said, okay, why have you not returned it? I said, I've been trying to get in touch with him, calls, messages, but no response. Like, it's not even connecting. And I was like, I told him, okay, maybe he's out of the country. So he said, okay, I should give him the money. That he needs money urgently. That he will give me back the money. See, am I lying, Princewill? The same Orobo man, the same traditional man, collected that same money that is a taboo. Because he needed money urgently. I sent that money to Princewill's account. He used it for whatever he said he wanted to use money for that period that it was urgent for him. He used it. Do you know that it was last year, 2025, when we stay arguing again, that we stay having this argument of collecting money from men? And I told him, this same money I said I collected from men, did you know that you asked me to give you this money when you needed money urgently, that's a few weeks later? And he said, maybe that's why I was not even progressing. I said, what do you mean? You'd have been buying lands. You'd have even bought car. You say you did push gifts for me. You'd have things have been going well for us by the grace of God. What do you mean that's why? He now said, you know what? Let me send the money back to you. That's last year. It was when he sent money back to me of 2022 or 2021. He sent the money back to me last year. So traditional man forgot there was a traditional man all of a sudden, and he still collected that money from me. In fact, I will leave this here. You should, the supporters and the followers and people that judge by yourself, make this make sense. Make it make sense, because it doesn't even make sense. These are just excuses that men like this, manipulative and narcissists like this, give. The same money that is a taboo is what you used. I mean, did you not use it? I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of it. I've been explaining myself in the 5 or 6 years of the marriage. I've been explaining myself over and over again, and I'm already tired. So you're making videos telling people, oh, my wife is soft, my mother of my children is soft, she doesn't have heart for this. Oh, you're so manipulative. That's not trauma of 22 years old. No, I'm not a trauma of 22 years old. I know, and you got angry because I now understand your games. You know that you could tell me white is black and I will believe. But since I started knowing that, no, some things are not adding up, you got angry. Oh, this is not the wife I married. Because the one you married was naive. Oh, you thought you could groom me. So you don't play that. You can manipulate the world, make them feel like, oh, you care about me, because you do not care, or that you care about the children, mother of your children. You don't care about anybody but yourself. You can manipulate the world, but you cannot manipulate me again. You cannot manipulate friends or people who know us and know this story, or neighbors, church members, and your friends, many of them that you've even stopped talking to. So you can manipulate the ones who are supporting you, sending you money. You're even bragging that they're sending you money, oh, because of the issue. They can open GoFundMe for you. I don't care. They are just proving to the world who they truly are. They are proving to the world that women, people, or even not, because some men get abused too. They are proving to the world that the victims should forever remain silent, because the moment you talk, you become the villain. The moment you talk, people will side the perpetrator, will side the villain, and you that is the victim now will become the villain. That's what they are showing the world. They're actually revealing to the world who they truly are. And tomorrow they will come out and claiming activists, and they're trying for the better Nigeria. The mistake or the problem with Chioma now is that Chioma came out to talk. That's the problem. Because the reason why I spoke, like I said, was because of that threat from your younger sister. And then the narrative that I cheated. And I reached out to you in your DM first. And when you said, oh, you didn't tell anybody I cheated, but I was frolicking, that was where I lost it. I said, no, I'd rather tell the world my story myself. And you told me, hey, go and tell them now, say your story, and I'll say my own. Let's see what they will call you. And you have always threatened me years ago. You've really told me that people will believe you. Because, of course, you know, you have a sweet mouth. You are the talkative. You are the one that is always talking, the MC, the one that know how to talk. You sound like you're very wise and you're logical. You know how to put words together. You've always said it, and you have the followers. I am not surprised. Before I made that video, I was already aware. In fact, I was already preparing for the bashing that I would get, especially from women. I'm not surprised. A lot of them are enablers. A lot of them, in fact, they are all dysfunctional, and they are projecting on me. I don't blame any of you. That's your problem, because I don't think there's anything that people will do that will depress me, because it's saying, oh, leave the mother of my children, she doesn't have heart, so she doesn't fall into depression like you care. What other depression did I want to depress that I've not depressed in the marriage? What other type of depression that I've not depressed? Or is it when I will walk out under the rain in my God, hoping that the rain will wash down my tears and let me just come back to me, let everything just as if it never happened, like reality? She just set in, and this is not a mistake I've made in the marriage. Which other type of depression that I've not depressed? Or is it when I'll be breastfeeding? I breastfed your two babies, your two boys you claim to love, in tears. I breastfed them in tears. Which other depression did I want to depress that I've not depressed? Is it the one that you beat me even while I was breastfeeding, despite my health condition? So which other depression did I want to depress that I have not depressed? That you're saying, oh, don't drag her, let her not be, as if you care. You do not care. Don't drag her, let her not be depressed. You do not care. I have been depressed enough in the marriage. So the little words, or even if, no matter what the word that they're projecting on me, all the insult and all the dragging they are giving, I don't care. It does not, in fact, it does not even touch half of my skin, because I was already prepared for it. Because I already know that a lot of people in the world are dysfunctional. They are projecting. And of course, your supporters, they can keep supporting you. But what I know is that it might tarry, but the truth will surely prevail. That's for sure. And everyone will meet their Waterloo. Everyone that I've supported wrongly will meet it one way or the other in the future. It might not be now, but they will see it. And let me say, and when the day they come out to talk, or any of their family member come out to talk, people will insult their pain. People will make a caricature of them. People will drag them. People will not listen to. People will not believe them. People will side the perpetrator instead of them. That's my prayer for every one of them. And some people are saying, oh, this is the wrong timing. Which timing should I come out? Oh, because people are dragging him. VDM, they are dragging him. So this is not the, maybe they've paid you. Really? How much would they pay me? How much will they pay me for my pain, my 5 years of pain? I was the same person that came to tell him that, look, these people reached out to me. So they paid me, really? Like I said, I'll put up my chat with him here, so you people will see for yourself. How much would they pay me? Some people are saying, oh, if you say you were wearing one gown, people don't know things. You people are pretending like you don't know that people are really going through a lot in the world. Because there were times where we did not have anything. After COVID, there was a time where we were both managing. Is it the time I was start buying luxury gown or luxury things? I had clothes, but they were already not at that point, because of my pregnancy, they were no longer fitting. I had to buy just one maternity gown, one very free one. And that was the one I wore it proudly anytime I'm going out. But when I'm in the house, I have other things I wear. But they are tight. And most times I don't even wear anything at all. So I don't even need to come and tell people to sorry, but some people that have sense. It's very possible if you don't know that. And he knows what I'm saying, because I wasn't happy with him that he threw that gown away, because that was my memory. And there were times where we did business together, buying and selling. I carried the goods on my head. They know me in all over Super Saver, in Magodo, Valley Exchange. I'm mentioning them so that people will know. They know me. Or is it Jumia Medical Road Ikeja? I'll go to do drop shipping, waist trainers for my husband. So I don't know what people are saying. So there were times we hustled together, we struggled together. I don't know what people are saying. Then I wasn't working in an insurance company yet. It was later. It was either 2022 or 2021 I got that job. So people can, I don't need to tell you people any other thing, because whatever I say, people will still twist it. People will still find fault. Because people always want love to choose the side of the perpetrator. The world is already designed in a way that victims would rather not speak. They rather remain silent and die in silence, because you people keep projecting your negativity and your dysfunction on them. And you people always side the villains, side the perpetrators against the victims. Anyway, I've said what I've said. What I just want to tell you guys is that nobody threatened me again. I am fine and I am safe. Nobody's threatening me again. And I've told you the reason why I took those videos down. I already mentioned it. But what I'll say is that please, your supporters, your Princewill supporters and his friends, tell him to desist. And I'm saying it to you now, please, Princewill, desist from mentioning my name. You do not care. Don't act like you care about me or the children, because you do not care. The same children that you left, you asked your driver to leave us in the hospital. I took our son to the hospital. You kept complaining that every time I'm bringing him to the hospital because I'm not the one paying for it. You got angry because we had an argument that night because of this. Every time me bringing the child to the hospital that you were complaining about. You asked your driver to leave me and the children late at night. That was around past 10 to 11. And where we are going to is far. The driver left us there. He told me, oh, I'm sorry. My boss asked me to leave you people here. I called your friend. I called coach. I told him. He was not hard. He called you. No matter what the issue with your wife, let it not affect your children. So it's the same children and the same mother of children that you are saying, they are saying, oh, you should not drag her. As if you do not care about anybody but yourself. You left us there late in the night. The two kids, me and them, out, stranded in the night. I had to start booking ride. I could not get right going to where I'm going to. Where I was going, where we live. Before we got cab that night, it was around to 12. The same children that you've on several occasions you've laid curses on. So I don't know. People can keep believing whatever you want to believe. You can keep projecting. You can keep insulting me. But I spoke. What I did was speaking my truth, and God knows that everything I've said was nothing but the truth. And I told you. I even said, that thing that you keep saying, oh, if you don't want to talk, if you talk, hey, how will you come and start exposing the mother of your children? And I dared you to speak, right? And the only thing you kept saying was the same collecting money from men, the same men dropping you at the gate, which I've explained, because it doesn't make any sense at all. And then you now went and start dragging people that are married. My ex in the university, I was the one that gave you that information even before we started dating, just because I didn't want to make that mistake again. How I found myself in a triangle. I told you that. I don't believe that you're asking me to be your girlfriend. I don't believe that you don't have a girlfriend. That was when I gave you that story. You're dragging them. Are they the one that asked you to beat your wife? Are they the one that asked you to cheat on me and rub it on my face? Because you do not have anything, absolutely nothing against me to say this is what I actually did. Nothing tangible. Instead, dragging people that nothing concerned, that they are happily in their own marriage. You just actually proved to the world there's people that really have sense and people that really know people that really, well, I don't even know the word to use, that they understand. Just prove to them who you truly are. So if you can drag your wife like this for something I told you by myself in confidence and in faith, transparently, there isn't need to drag me. So if I was stupid, or if I wanted to, go dirty with you, I would start talking about all of your exes that you've told me. I'll start calling their names. Maybe now those girls might be happily in their marriage, and I'll be dragging them to our mess. God forbid. I start telling the whole world what you did and how you did this to them and how they did this for you, how you ruined their life. I would have started saying it, right? My father, the same man that you keep insulting throughout the marriage, you would disrespect him, call him poor and wretched. It's the same man when you came to pay my bride price in 2019. He said you're a young boy. He looked at you as a young boy still starting life. He said whatever he's going to enjoy will be after. When they gave you list, millions, he told you forget about the list, do what you can do. And you gave him 250K. My father added his own money to make sure that everything was settled. Even when they were asking him, he said, no, he has taken it, my in-law has done it. Whereas you didn't do anyone. He left his own and his wife own whatever the rules on the list that the parents of the girl is entitled to. They told you forget about it. That's what you want is the daughter's happiness. Even the traditional marriage, your mother, your family were surprised because we only came to do a parlor thing. My father organized everything for us with his own money. Your mother thanked him. It's the same man that you keep insulting. You come out and saying rubbish about him. Throughout my marriage, till even now that we're not together, we don't lack food stuff. Palm oil, I mean. My father made sure that he brings them in gallon, and every other thing that he can get, you wish oporoko and everything, they will bring it down to us. During COVID here, he knew that, okay, because you are an entertainer, you go out, and it's only when you go out that you make money. And he said, my son, take this. He supported us that time in COVID. This is the same man that you insult that he's wretched, he's poor. He sent you money during COVID, and every time you are in a fix, you call him, he will come through for you. It's the same man you insulted, you disrespected, and he insulted my mother, made my mother to cry. She came for Mugo, you threw her things out with my own things out of the house. There's a lot of things like I've only scratched just the surface, and yet people kept bashing me. You kept bringing lies and all. I've not even said anything, because the first time he beat me in 2022 was when his mother came to visit. Him and his mother has always been at loggerheads. My parents tried to reconcile them until they settled. They kept malice for over almost 2 years. Then when they settled and she came to visit, that was the first time my husband beat me because of the mother. He slapped me 3 times on my face. I left the house with my baby the next day. And he was begging me, because I was out of the house for weeks, because I said no, I would tolerate every other thing, but not a man raising his hands on me. He kept begging me, calling me, sending me messages, until I forgave him and I came back. The second time was last year in March. I just had our second baby. I was still breastfeeding, and I was battling liver enlargement and uterus compression. People still want me to be quiet. That was when I went to report to the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, and the report is there. I mean, I'm very sure that's a public thing, right? So you people can go there and verify. So I don't understand. We're talking about domestic violence and your infidelity, constant chronic cheating, and that you will rub it on my face and tell me if I'm tired I should go back to my father's house. And you're saying things that is unrelated. Because that March last year, when you beat me that last year, was because I got a land. You said I did not tell you. Whereas that period I could not tell you because you were not always at home. We were living like strangers. That was when you were already saying you didn't want to do marriage again. That this marriage was over because of I complained about cheating. Because of you said I made a post that I need a new phone, I need money. All these posts that people just make randomly, cruise that if you need money, tap here. If you they are God, those kind of. There's one time a trend there's one trend. Everybody, both even men, women, married, single, old, young, was making that trend. And I had that conversation with my friend that period. I say, if I may make this post, if I still the husband house, if I don't quarrel with me. But I don't make such posts. For the first time I made that post in November 2024, I just took a screenshot and reposted it about I need a new phone, I need a new laptop, I need money from my mouth to God's ears. And that was what you started as me indirectly asking men for money. And that's when you packed your things and said you will not do this marriage again. You came back in January, when, and you said that this marriage, you're just here, you don't need to be, I don't want it again. You've made up your mind, your marriage is over, you're just here for the kids. And you made life living hell for me. If I greet you, you will not respond to my greeting. You will stop eating my food. You will go for days I won't see you. I was nursing that baby in tears and in pain. So I could not talk to you. When I got that land, I just did it to just support my sister that just got a land. That just got a real estate business job. When I saw an opportunity to talk to you, but I noticed that, okay, you're still responding to my greeting. If I greet you good morning, at least you will answer now. I said, let me quickly tell you. Because I've not even finished paying for it. It was just the first deposit that I did. And I told you that look at what I did, look at what I've committed, I've bought one land here, and I explained everything to you. That was when you got angry and you beat me. And in your words, you were saying that this exact woman that you don't want to marry was who you ended up marrying. That I'm behaving like your mother, I'm behaving like Marjorie, that she will buy land, she will buy property, even the house she's staying, your husband don't know that she's already paid for it, and he will. I'm saying it so that your mother, your family know that I did not make this up. You know that this is exactly who you are and what you're capable of saying. But like I said, people know the truth, your family know the truth, but of course, they will want to support the wrong, they want to support evil. And I told you that day, I'm not your mother, I'm not like your mother. I'm still even telling you, even when, I just saw an opportunity where you are now responding to my greeting. Let me quickly tell you before it's too late. Because I don't keep things, everything I've told you in this life is what you use against me. Everything, I always tell you things. And that was when you got angry and you threw a glass plate at me, I was bleeding. And you came lying in one of your videos saying that was a kitchen accident. May God have mercy on you. And then you now beat me in the presence of your auntie that came to, she came to talk to you. That why will you throw a glass plate at me? In her presence, you were beating me, slapping all over my head. I heard my head, you were hitting all over in the presence of our son. and you are denying it. Like I said, the record is with Domestic Violence Agency, because that was the second time that you were touching me. Like I said, the first one was in 2022 when your mother came to visit first. So so the problem or your anger now is that I went to report you, because you kept saying that no, you can't come back to this marriage after I've gone to report it to the police. After I've gone to after how will I report my husband to the police? How will I report my husband to Domestic Violence Agency? So like I said, you can lie to people, you can lie to whoever you want to lie to, you can lie to the world, you can manipulate them, but you cannot lie to people that really know us, people that really know the truth. You cannot lie to them. I cannot explain my 5 years of my marriage in one video. Oh, God help us. Please desist from mentioning my name. You do not care about me. Right now, I just want to focus on myself and my children. I know that God will not leave me because God is helping me. I just want to focus on myself and my children and make sure that I give them the best and guide them well. Guide them well, that by the grace of God, they will be different. And they must be different. Please desist from mentioning my name. You do not care about me. Stop. You can manipulate people, but you cannot manipulate me anymore. Thank you. God bless you.